Chelsea just got rejected. And the reason? Money. Hold that. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Lots of content being pumped out today. Make sure you guys are liking, make sure you guys are subscribing. Yes, what I said at the start of the stream is not a lie. At the start of the video, sorry, is not a lie. Chelsea got rejected and the reason is money. Victor Osimhen, ladies and gentlemen, the Chelsea target for the entirety of the summer, has said no to joining Chelsea Football Club for half of his wages at Napoli. The guy would essentially rather play in Saudi Arabia or not play professional football until the January window than join Chelsea for half the salary. And I understand why. Victor, I get where you're coming from. I understand. Why the hell would a player Victor Osimhen's level want to go play Conference League football? Why? You know, today, I'm not even going to mock Chelsea. I'm actually going to speak about their ownership. And you know, I'm tired of the Chelsea fan games. Boehly, Eghbali, Stanley, Stewart, I don't care. I'm just going to call them all together ownership. That's the Chelsea ownership. I don't care who's who. Khalas, all of them are the ownership. Let me just say this about the Chelsea ownership. They had a plan when they first came in. Within 4 windows, everything will be sorted. Chelsea will be back to the top. You know, Chelsea will be back playing Champions League football. You're in the Conference League this season. You finished 12th with Graham Potter. You've had about 6 managers in a 2-year, 3-year window. This is your 4th window with this ownership. You don't have an established class, unbelievable, even elite, even top class, not world class, even top class striker. And the reason that he's rejected you is money. So now you know there are things that matter more than money. There are things that matter more than money. And now you'll come tell me, Hussam, what do you mean there are things that matter more than money? He rejected us for money reasons. I'll tell you what I mean now. If Manchester City wanted Victor Osimhen, let's assume for the sake of argument, Manchester City wanted Victor Osimhen. Let's assume Man City wanted Victor Osimhen. If Manchester City wanted Victor Osimhen and asked him to have his salary, would he have said yes? Think about this logically. Don't answer in a pissed off way, in an angry way. I think he probably would have said yes, because that's Manchester City. The allure and the attraction of Chelsea, I'm not going to say is zero, because Chelsea can still attract players, 100%. I'd be a liar if I said Chelsea can't attract players. Chelsea, of course, can attract players. But when you're talking about Victor Osimhen, who are strikers in world football right now better than Victor Osimhen? Haaland, Kane, me personally, and this a lot of people disagree with, but Lautaro Martinez, and if you count Mbappe, fair enough, that's 4. If I forget anyone, remind me in the comment section down below. But I don't think anyone is that great anyway right now. Victor Osimhen on a bad season has 21 GA in 29 games. You're talking about top class, like upper echelon strikers in world football, top 5 level strikers in world football. And I'm sure Osimhen would probably love to play for Chelsea if they paid him all his money. But you don't make those exceptions unless you're actually fully convinced in the project. And I'll tell you what I mean. Guys, the Chelsea project is a mess. Let's just be honest. And you can all say the same stuff that you always say in every comment section whenever I speak about Chelsea. Oh, Lavia and Caicedo. You're just jealous. You're salty. You didn't get Lavia. You didn't get Caicedo. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, I didn't get Lavia and Caicedo. Yes, they rejected us. Everyone happy now? Can we just have an honest conversation? The direction that your club is headed in will be shown this season to the whole world. Now, there's no more games. You all blamed Poch last season? No problem. Poch is now gone. Todd Boehly, Eghbali, whoever it is, the owners, happy now? The owners sacked Mauricio Pochettino. So now you have no more scapegoat. And you should all back Enzo Maresca. You should all back Enzo Maresca, because truthfully, who are your signings? Who's your signings this summer? Tosin Adarabioyo, Neto, who's injury prone. Good player, but he's injury prone. Of course, you have, who else? Am I forgetting someone like actually important? Jadon Sancho. The reason why I didn't make a video on Sancho is because it makes no sense. It makes no sense. You have so many Sanchos on your team. Sancho, Felix, Nkunku, all the same exact prototype of player. This is the stuff when I say when you have no direction, when you have no sense of actual end goal with all that you're doing, it just genuinely just makes no sense. Angelo Gabriel was a player you signed a year ago and you just sold him this year. David Washington's thing to Hull City didn't materialize. Now what? Now that's another player in your squad. I was never one of the people who over exaggerates the amount of players in the Chelsea squad or anything, but you do have a lot of players in your squad. You don't have an established goalkeeper. Jorgensen, really? What happened to Petrovic? He was a good goalkeeper last year. Petrovic was a good goalkeeper last year. Yes, now you'll tell me Maresca's style and Maresca's system. Yes, but he's exponentially better than Sanchez. Petrovic should be starting. Petrovic should be starting, in my opinion. So I'm not even doing this video to laugh at Chelsea, but you need to understand Chelsea's allure is no longer like it used to be. Because this actually proves that Victor Osimhen would have only joined you for the money. Because if there were other reasons why Victor Osimhen would have joined Chelsea, we would have seen it. It would have been clear to us. But the fact that he did not want to accept any pay cuts shows that you're not as attractive as many other clubs in the English Premier League. Now, I already know you guys' responses, all low IQ responses. You can't actually respond to anything I say because you actually agree with the message secretly, but you hate the fact that it's me saying it. It's me as the messenger. Luis Garcia signed shirt, by the way. Hold that. Luis Garcia. See, I can do that as well, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you I have 6 Champions Leagues, so I can't say nothing to me. I'm not even going to do that. I'm just simply saying the direction that Chelsea are headed in should be worrying for anyone. It simply should be worrying for anyone. And that's just the truth, you guys. That's just the truth. I mean, Victor Osimhen said no. This is a major, massive target for Chelsea Football Club that you guys have been talking about all summer long. Him, Tony, Isak, whoever. But you've been talking about all these jokers. You've been talking about these strikers and you got none of them. You're stuck with Nicholas Jackson. So you better pray and hope that Nicholas Jackson comes good this season. Because if Nicholas Jackson doesn't come good this season, your club is in a very weird spot. I don't know where Chelsea is headed. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm completely honest. Because if you don't get top 4 this season, according to many people, you're going to be in FFP troubles and PSR troubles and blah, blah, blah. Do I guarantee that Chelsea are going to get top 4 this season? No. It's a possibility that it happens, make no mistake, but it's not a guarantee. Yes, you could win the Conference League, but what does that really do for you? What, you qualify for Europa, which doesn't help your case anyway? So Victor Osimhen has rejected Chelsea. I understand where he's coming from because, taking a pay cut. Listen, he's a top 5, top 6 minimum striker in world football. He's very good. A very good finisher, and I think people underrate his ball playing abilities as well. They underrate his passes and his technique. Like, people act like he's just a Haaland. He's not. Just a Haaland is not an insult, by the way, because Haaland is an elite goal scorer. But in terms of like all the other stuff around goal scoring, I think Osimhen actually has that. Maybe not to the extent of, like, let's say, I don't know, like a Jogo Bonito player or whatever, but he still has it. And I think people disrespected him by saying that he doesn't have it and doesn't exist or whatever it is. I think it does exist. He does have it. It might not be in abundances, but he can play football. Like, he's not like he has a first touch problem or whatever. I think he's a fantastic finisher. And at the end of the day, Chelsea have missed out on a top target. And this is what happens when your club has no direction. Because maybe he would have made that 50% discount for a City or an Arsenal or another club that's serious. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on Victor Osimhen rejecting Chelsea. Sancho, I didn't even make a video on him because it just doesn't make sense. It generally just doesn't make sense. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.